What's up, everybody? Dex here, and here we are with episode number 3 of the Suburban Paranormal podcast. Hope you guys are enjoying so far. We are enjoying making them, and we're enjoying putting these shows together. Of course, we want to let you know that we are brought to you by the Cinescape Media Group. That is myself, Sean, and Bill. We have a couple new shows coming on the way. We also have Mixtape Mondays starting this Monday, so definitely be sure to check it out. I've already heard a preview of the episode, and this show is something we're definitely looking forward to continuing to grow with Mike over there at Mixtape Radio. So again, guys, be on the lookout for that, and stay tuned. So I hope everybody's been doing well. A couple things we're going to go ahead and get into today. Lots of stuff going on. So, of course, one of the first things we'll start off with, due to the wonderful holiday that is coming up, and I hope you guys are all ready for your spouses, but the first thing we have coming up will be Holiday at a Haunted Hotel. Now, I don't know how many people here have a wife or a husband that's into this. I know mine's not. So I know I'm not going to do this. But anyway, the most haunted hotel in America is actually inviting people to come enjoy a spooky romantic time. They have a package that looks like the tickets are about $240 to $270. You get 2 tickets to go on a ghost tour, 2 ghost shirts, and breakfast for 2 in their crystal dining room. So as fun as this is, again, I will not be able to do it. Also, the hotel is located in Eureka, Arkansas. A little bit far from me, a little bit out of the budget to do, especially with 3 kids trying to find a babysitter. Again, hope you guys maybe can get to it. It sounds like it could be a fun time. If you don't know, the hotel itself, the Crescent Hotel, has actually made its rounds to a few different shows that we all know, love, and enjoy. The original Ghost Hunters, they had this back in, I think, Season 2 or Season 3. They had this location where they did an investigation. Oh, excuse me. Did an investigation. They had found, I think, some stuff down in their basement. And then Ghost Adventurers, actually, most recently was, I want to say a year or 2 ago they did it. It was like season 18 of them. They captured, I believe it was a curtain moving or something along those lines, and also spoke to one of the well-known spirits there. So I'm actually in the middle of watching Ghost Adventures, the whole thing. I'm on season 16. I've been binge watching it since October. I guess you couldn't say binge because there's been not like an every single night thing. But anyway, I haven't caught up to that episode yet, but I do remember the Ghost Hunters, and I do remember it being a good episode because, as we all know, the original Ghost Hunters is a great show. So, hopefully, like I said, you guys can maybe check this out. It does sound like a good time. It does sound like fun. Definitely the, Valentine's holiday is right around the corner, as we know. Today's the 8th for me. So, again, if you're not doing this, hopefully you guys do have something planned for your significant others. But moving right along here in the news, you actually do have the Conjuring House. So Conjuring House is, I guess you can say, open for business. And the bottom's kind of messed up there. If you're watching the video, I apologize about that. It's just me tonight. I don't have a producer, so mind the little mistakes for me if you could. If you're listening to audio, you can just hear that I made a mistake, and I hope you guys tune into the YouTube anyway. But back to what I was saying. So the Conjuring House, they're looking to open for business. It was recently purchased by Corey and Jennifer Heinzen, who state that this house is still very much indeed haunted. As we know, The Conjuring is a movie that came out, but it was actually based on the real-life story of the Pernin family that was haunted. They found the help of Ed and Lorraine Warren, who I know they've done a lot. Their past, though, has apparently somewhat tarnished, I guess you could say. But this is one of the big ones that didn't happen. And, movies made after it, which is, I guess you could say, pretty cool. So, but these two people bought the house, and what they're saying is they witnessed doors opening, knocks, footsteps regularly. So all sorts of good investigation. I don't know. They're talking about letting other paranormal investigators in to witness it. So I'm curious to see what the whole model's going to be. What they're going to do with it. Are they going to let people, share their evidence? If they're going to do anything themselves, are they going to set up something where people can monitor what they see, or if they capture something, if they put up a website? I mean, if they want to put up a website, they can get in touch with me. But I'll be curious to see what they do. Hopefully, there's more to come on this. This came out, I know, a little bit towards the end of last year, this news, but we're just getting into it now, obviously, because we just started our show. So, and I just actually kind of recently stumbled across it, so I wanted to put it out there. I don't know how many people have seen this, how many other people heard more about this and what might be going on. So if you know anything or heard anything, let us know. If you've actually investigated this yourself one way or another. If you did, I'm sure it was trespassing, which we do not condone. But hey, if you caught something, if you've seen it, definitely go ahead and share it with us. We'd love to see it. So let's go ahead and move right along here in the news. Not on the ghost subject, but again, this is paranormal. So the British X-Files, basically, the UK Ministry of Defence is releasing basically their, quote-unquote X-Files. Their program ran from 1950 to 2009 before it ended. And while some of the stories were published here and there, we've all seen things come out, throughout the years. Things have been published, but not, every single thing is out there. However, now it's going to happen. They're actually putting up a .gov.uk website. There's no release date or time or anything along those lines yet, but hopefully it's up soon. I want to say they're talking about by the end of the year, I think was what I read. So once it comes out, I can guarantee I'll be combing through that whole website. I'm curious to see what's going to be released, because you're not talking just people releasing what they found or caught on a cell phone or a cheap $50 digital camera, things like that. This is government documented information. Now, I'm sure you conspiracy theorists are going to be like, oh, it's the government, they can still lie. Well, that's great. But with the way the world's moving towards and the technology we have, I mean, the world is so small compared to this universe and the infinite amount of universe that's out there that we have no idea how far it goes. So for this to possibly shed light on what may be out there, I mean, the curiosity is going to be there. I'm going to watch and look and see what they have. But the subject and story of UFOs are actually not so far behind anymore. I mean, you're talking last year was a big UFO year for the USA as well. I mean, we had the government and military confirm multiple stories. I think one was called like The Pill, and then there's another one. You had the Bob Lazar Netflix come out, which was really good. I suggest watching that one. You had the guy that went on Joe Rogan and talked about what he saw. And I mean, he's like a corporal commander in charge of whatever. And he told you the story, like no filters, no nothing. He told the story. They showed the video. So the world of UFOs is growing. We're getting more and more information. And I guess the word I'm looking for is taboo. It's not as taboo. I know ghosts and everything, anything paranormal is always so taboo, but it's almost like it's a growing subject again with hard evidence that's being provided, again, not by just people, but our own government's now starting to show this evidence of what they have. So whether it turns out to be a whole hoax and, oh, it's China or, oh, it's this, it's still interesting. I'm still curious to see, because, I mean, again, we live in a universe that's infinite. So who's to really say the possibility's not there? So, again, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what happens here. And if we're really going to start getting warmed up to this idea that we may be visited by somebody or something somewhere down the line. And again, it's going to freak the hell out of some people, but it's also going to be, a lot of people are going to, be, oh, I knew it the whole time. And then you're going to have people that are just that were deniers the whole time, be like, I just didn't want to be, the one that sounded crazy. I always believe. And yeah, you have that in everything. But again, British X-Files are coming. Once we get that website address and once that's live, we'll definitely bring it up, let you guys know what it is. And again, hopefully we get some real good information from that. So that's all I got for the news. One segment, I don't know about you, but I'm a father of 3. And I don't care, even when I wasn't a father, and I know my producer who's not here today, we're fans of dad jokes. Dad jokes are awesome. So, I want to do a little paranormal dad joke, clip it here and there. When I get some good ones, I've seen a few come across. There's I'm part of the Ghost Nation Facebook group, which I believe some of you have come from, and you'll know there's the one girl, I want to believe her name is Susan, so I definitely want to credit her. Some of the jokes you see, or not see, some of the jokes you'll hear from this clip will come from her, that I'm sure she's sourced from the internet, or if she's come up with them, props to you. These have me cracking up. So just to break it in gently for the dad jokes. The first one here will be, what do you get when you get hurt by a ghost? A boo-boo. Yes, very bad, very horrible, but I don't know why I find these hysterical. But again, I'm a dad of 3, and that's why they're called dad jokes. But we're starting at hashtag paranormal dad joke. One more. Why does a ghost go to the bar? For the booze. And that's going to end it. I only got 2. I'm curious if you guys like these, but love them or hate them, dad jokes are everywhere. There's Facebook little things where dads tell jokes back and forth to see who can't laugh. So hopefully we'll get some newer ones. Maybe we'll get some better ones. Again, hashtag paranormal dad jokes. If you put it out there on Twitter or something like that, I'm going to comb the internet and see, if I can get some better ones to bring to this table. But of course, being a new segment, you had to go with the easiest, corniest, worst, best possible that we could come with. So, of course, those were the 2 that we are going to start this whole thing out with. So, again, if you guys like it, let me know. If not, let me know as well. I'll toss a poll up maybe on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll get you guys feedback on that. So, let's go ahead. Let's break into some stuff about some paranormal shows. I know a lot of you guys out there are watching them, so I'll give you a couple bit of my takes on some stuff that's out there now, and I want to hear some feedback from what you guys are saying about the shows. If you're watching the same ones I'm watching, if you're watching something different, definitely, let me know what I should be watching. I'm open to hear anything, and I definitely want to keep, some open discussion. So to get into the paranormal TV show world, we do have, Quibi. So we talked about a couple weeks ago, last podcast, whenever you happen to listen to it, the show Quibi, the streaming platform Quibi has a show coming out, Murder House Flip. So, again, I don't have a direct release date of Murder House Flip. However, the platform itself is launching on April 6th. So perhaps the show is going to come out at the same time as that. Again, I didn't see any kind of release schedule for the platform. I've signed up to be a tester, so maybe I can get a free stream of it for a little bit to check out the show. Again, I'm curious to see how the show's going to go, or, again, you're talking a show that's only allowed to be around 10 minutes long, and they're going to show up at a house that had a murder committed, forensic scientists, spiritual healers, and then we're going to renovate it and sell it. And again, I'm curious to see how it goes. Now, you're talking 10 minutes and you're talking no commercials, so you should be able to get a lot of stuff in there. So again, we'll see what happens. We'll see when it comes out. But again, April 6th is what we have for the release date as of now for Quibi. So, of course, I've already mentioned this once. I'm in the Ghost Nation Facebook group where those paranormal dad jokes came from. The lovely, awesome paranormal dad jokes. So, the Ghost Nation Season 2 looks like it's coming October 2020. This time, we're getting twice the amount of the first season. First season only had 10, which I guess, first seasons typically only sometimes have like these short runs just to gauge the interest. And I could be speculating, but considering you had Ghost Nation and Ghost Hunters coming out again, they were curious, I guess, to see which was going to do well, what's not going, what would maybe take off. But of course, Ghost Nation, you have, Steve, Tango, Jason, and, Steve, Jason, and Tango. I had that right the first time. Great group guys, work so well together. They're on the back and forth with them while doing serious investigations, but they keep everybody engaged. It was great watching them back in the original Ghost Hunters days and them having now the new show. And I do like the aspect of getting back to focusing on just residential houses and helping families, offering the explanations for something that may or may not actually be paranormal. And the season 1, if you haven't watched, there was some really good evidence caught in a few locations, and I don't want to do any spoilers because it only ended a few weeks ago, so I know there may be some people catching up. Maybe we'll get into some of that stuff later. I don't want to be a spoiler for now, but if you haven't watched it in about a month or so, then I'll warn you, spoiler alert, before I say anything. But again, the first season was great. I'm definitely looking forward to the second season, and it looks like we're just waiting until October 2020, which is typically your release dates for most of this kind of stuff. So yeah, moving right along. You also, I don't know how many people are watching this one. You got Kindred Spirits. Kindred Spirits is Adam and Amy. This show is actually in season 4. I think it's been on a couple weeks now. I just started watching this one. I know my wife's not a big paranormal person herself, but wanted to, because this one apparently is not just the way they work together. I was able to get my wife to start watching this one just a little bit. And even from the original Ghost Hunters, when these two worked together, I always thought they worked great together. So it is nice to see that they have their own show. So I'm glad that they're still going. And again, it's very much enjoyable. I'm curious what you guys think has been their best episode so far. I do love that they have Chip Coffey. I know there's a lot of people that for some reason don't think he's real, but again, it being the paranormal, a lot of this stuff is always so skeptical to people. So what are you going to do? There's us that believe and there's those that don't. And we're going to continue enjoying what we know and what we feel. But again, I'm curious what you guys think the best episode is so far. I'll give you my opinion on it. I haven't caught up on 2 and 3 yet, and then, like I said, season 4 is going on. So maybe in a week or two, or episode or two, we'll get into maybe my best episode so far, and then if we hear from you guys, I'd like to hear what you guys think your best episode so far. We'll see if we believe the same thing, or what other great ones are out there. So far, there's been a pretty good couple that I've seen, so definitely looking forward to seeing more coming out. Up next, and I guess last in this list of ghost shows, and I guess for good reason, Ghost Loop. Ghost Loop or Ghost Flop, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. Not really sure about this one. You can read the reviews from a lot of people out there yourself, and I kind of echo those same sentiments. Yeah, that word. Sort of feel the same way. I mean, the team seems not maybe as organized as they could be. Maybe that's just being spoiled by such great paranormal investigators like Jason and Amy and all those people we've watched for many, many years now. Or is this really kind of like a sign to come of we're scraping the bottom of the barrel of just trying to come up with TV shows and just trying to throw anybody out there, and These guys, they just, again, there's really no charisma between them. You have a lot of what seems like overacting. Now, I know people are probably going to say, well, what about Zach Baggins? He does the same thing. You can say that, yes, maybe, but I do. It seems more genuine and sincere when Zach actually does get scared out of his mind from, something dropping or possibly being thrown at him. I mean, I know Zach's always kind of been one of those people that he's so over the top that a lot of people just think he's playing it up. But I mean, when you're really into, and when it comes to anything, if you're really that into it and you're catching and you're doing something you really enjoy, it's exciting. So you're going to get that excitement fear out of people. Like, I know, I'm pretty sure I've done it. Even like a stupid haunted house I went to with some friends one time. I remember they're like, oh, he likes ghosts and he's never scared and blah, blah, blah. And we were in this room and it was like, oh, you got to find your way out. And I tried to jiggle a door handle and the top half of the door slams down. You can be whoever you are. When something that loud is that close to you, you're gonna jump. It's human nature. And I know I jumped and everyone laughed and sure, it was funny. But again, when you get into doing things that you thoroughly enjoy, that excitement can come through. And when you get that excited fear, it happens. And that's why I generally think that Zach Baggins, whether people like him or not, think it's genuine. But when it comes to back to the Ghost Loop show, when it comes to this show, it's kind of just, I don't know. And I mean, if the team really is trying to be serious, I stop maybe trying to play too much to the camera. I feel that sometimes it just seems that way. And again, anywhere you read, everybody's saying the same thing. So I really I hope that there's two sides to this. I hope that when the people in the show are reading these reviews, they're not just gonna go, oh, whatever, you don't know what you're talking about, and you get all, pissy or whatever about it and just not listen or I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. No, people are just being genuine. We really enjoy these shows, and when you get on TV, you're lucky to be able to do that. So to play to the camera for one reason or another, it's so disingenuous to do. But I hope that if the show continues, or the show's not going to continue, possibly if you continue to get these bad reviews and bad ratings for the way you are on TV. If you're generally, I highly doubt this will ever get to the ears of these people, but if you do hear this, just listen to the advice and maybe take some of it, not as bashing, but as some constructive criticism. And if you get that and then you bring your show together, we can all enjoy another paranormal show and watch people investigate places we all would love to get to. So that's all I really, really want to say on that. So we'll leave that one go. We'll see if they turn it around. We'll see if they ever make it past whatever, season 1 that they have. But if they do, again, I really thoroughly hope that it comes across better. But so that's all we're going to say about that. Last thing I guess we can talk about before we get out of here. What are you guys watching? What is the best airing paranormal show out there right now? And I'm talking today, February 8th or 9th or whatever date it is, I can't remember. But as of today, what is the currently on-air show? We know Ghost Nation's not coming back till October. I think right out there, like I said, right now you got Kindred Spirits Season 4. I think I'm almost caught up on that one. You have Ghost Adventures Screaming Rooms out. Ghost Loops out. And that's all I can think of off the top of my head. Those are the only ones that I've kind of really been paying attention to that I noticed. So if there's another show out there that you think is better than these that's on the air, let me know. I would definitely love to check out any new shows that's out there. Now, I know those were just really ghost shows. So what I'm also curious about is, what do people think, you know, other paranormal, like I think there's Destination Truths out there still, and I don't know if Fact or Fake is even still around. I again, I've had 3 kids. One's 7 months and like a week, one's 2 years, and I got a 6-year-old. So some of the stuff gets lost on me. I've completely lost touch on some of the shows that I used to thoroughly enjoy. And thanks to the wonderful invention of the internet, I can now get back and watch all of them and binge watch previous seasons of tons of stuff. So I am working on a back catalog. So as back to this, I want to know what you guys think currently on air right now is the best paranormal show. I want to put it out there, reach out on social media, where I'm going to put a post up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I can do it too. We're going to put we'll put a post out there, and I want to see the best shows that are out, and then we'll reveal those results. And not next episode, we'll let it run for like a month. We'll see what everybody out there watching, and hopefully I can get some new shows to watch. And then, I guess, side to that, not best airing paranormal show, what would be your favorite all-time show? So, let's see. So what would be your favorite all-time paranormal show? And that, I just realized, had a typo. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. It said tie, not time. So anyway, what is the best all-time paranormal show, off air or on air? I want to see if there's a show that's been off air that was really good. Let me know. I'd like to check it out, see if I can find it on any one of the streaming services, or, you know, I'm a computer nerd. I got ways of getting anything that I want to watch downloaded. So again, I do not condone any illegal activities. I do so at my own risk. I'll just put that out there. But yeah, anyway, I'd love to know what you guys are watching. Definitely want to check out many more shows as I can. I get time at night now once I get all the wife and the children to sleep. So I like to fill up my time watching as many shows as I can, and I want to know what's the best out there that people are saying, so that I can check it out. So again, guys, thanks for joining in. This was again we're still season 1, but this was episode 3, Suburban Paranormal Podcast. Join us again. I'm shooting for every 2 weeks on Saturdays. This episode got delayed just slightly, by like a day and a half due to some computer issues. My computer decided to crash. My work computer's screen decided to die. The mixer that we're using for audio decided, the 2 or 3 channels decided to die. So it's been, as we'll just say, it's been one heck of a week for everything to happen. So again, I apologize for the delay. I hope you could check us out again, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, where we have a couple more things coming out. I'm hoping to do a couple more, if you liked it, we'll do some more paranormal dad jokes. We're going to hopefully have a couple pieces of evidence to review. Hopefully I'll have a producer here to make this a little more easier on recording and getting everything to display properly on the screen. So thanks for bearing with me. Guys, again, don't forget to check out Cinescape.media. We have Mixtape Monday coming up this Monday, February 10th, 7 a.m., I believe is the release date. We have Cinescape Podcast coming out every Thursday. We put one out this past Thursday. We got another one coming out this Thursday. This show, again, every other Saturday. Couple more shows I think are in the works. We're just working out the details. So, again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, reach out to us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, suburbanparanormal@gmail.com if you have anything that you want to send in. So, yeah, again, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.